All right, so Richard King started the two games versus St. Vincent in the World Cup qualifiers. Now, in the first game, an incident happened where we conceded a goal. Many would put the blame on Richard King. Many might say, you know what, that's a part of football. But he turned up for the second game. A lot of questions was asked. Why? I have breakdown here of the reason why Richard King played the second game. All right, so welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much again for tuning. Really appreciate it. This is technically a breakdown of Richard King. It's a Vincent game, a second leg of the World Cup qualifiers. And with the aid of video clips, I'm going to show you the reason why Steve McClaren will consistently, actually I believe would persistently utilize the characteristics or the abilities that Richard King have that would benefit him going on further. But before we get to that, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I would thoroughly appreciate it if you do so. All right, let's start off here. All right, so let's start off by showing you guys his performance in the second game. Quite an important aspect of the reason why he will continue with Richard King. So let's have a look at his performance here. This is actually a full breakdown. Technical. All right, so as you guys know, so we'll start off as early as possible in the game in the first instance. Yes, as you can see, Richard King there. So as you can see, this is one of his first long over the top. So that is one of his first moments. What you can do is he's actually quite often, as you can see, they really rely on him. They consistently put the ball at his feet because they know that he's a proper ball handler and a very good pass of the ball. Now, as you can see, Richard King with the ball. Look at the St. Vincent players. That in football you call that a line. That's actually central line, midfield line. Probably that's the second line. The defense line would be the defense. Either way you're looking at it, attacking line. That's where the number 10 is at. But that is the midfield line. Look at how he. This is Richard King again, stepping up in the middle of the park, reading the game quite well. Let's continue. Just nicking the ball away in that moment. Consistently stepping. So most of the time you realize a little bit higher than Ethan Pinnock because he's more engaged than Ethan Pinnock. And as I said, he's consistently an outball for the players because he's actually a very Richard King again engaging here. But they're again finding Richard King in this almost in the center of the park. So basically, he's playing as an extra or an additional midfielder with some nice touches, recovering there, very quick in recovery. Side, another outball again. Pass inside the channel. Good recovery. There. We were caught a bit flat. The entire team was caught a bit flat right there. Right here, as you can see, Ethan Pinnock down on the right-hand side trying to recover. Isaac Aiden is central. At this moment, he was the last line of defense. And he got definitely an important touch on the ball right there. Just enough to delay the striker. Where Bobby Reed could recover. Limiting the player. Again, forcing the player out. Keeping the ball in the central zone again. As you can see, he's consistently on the ball. He's one of the players with the most touches in the game. Also the most completed pass in the game. Also the most line-breaking pass. And again, the relief pass is him. Ethan Pinnock, nice pass here again. Out ball again. See, this is realize this. I didn't realize this until when I actually started to do the highlight reel. And I'm like, he was so heavily involved throughout the 90 minutes of football. Let's continue. Line breaking pass again. Ball. He is consistently on the ball. And this is what a McClaren is looking for. He wants defender. He said it himself. He wants defenders. He wants players who can take care of the ball. Players who want to receive the ball. Players who can on the ball and they're confident, they're comfortable. Also players who can pass the ball, receive the ball in tight spaces, be smart with the ball. That's what we're seeing right here. That's definitely what we're seeing right here. Look at that. Look at that. Let me just give you that's a good example. Right here, Ethan Pinnock could have definitely gone because his left foot is his stronger foot. He could have easily gone just by opening his body, gone to Latibodir at that moment. But he preferred to make a risky pass, very risky pass, get Richard King back on the ball. Demar Gray again consistently benefiting from Richard King coming to the center of the park. On to the second half. Basically, most of the game, and this was just a but generally that is what happened through the entire second leg. And just from seeing that, you guys have come to your own conclusion. You have it there in front of you. And this is one of the reasons why I think that Steve McClaren will continue with Richard King. And possible. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but one thing I'm sure. This is what Steve McClaren is speaking about. This is what he wants. Someone who can take care of the ball. Someone who can do their defensive duties. Someone who can definitely progress the ball when it needs necessary. But tell me what you think in the comment section. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys again. Really interesting to hear what you guys thought on this one. Big up people. Enjoy yourself. MG Sports. We're out. God bless. Boom. I mean, outside. Not a